Hello, Brian 5. Hello, my dear students. How are you doing? I hope you all fine. Today we will talk about a new unit, which title is Helping Other People. Helping Other People. And you are going to read about a woman. She helped other people, and in all her life, she came from Jamaica. Jamaica is an island. It's a country or a place, is an island in the sea near America. So Jamaica is an island in the sea near America. Okay, this woman helped these people who are patients and wounded soldiers. Wounded means hurt or broken or something in the war. Okay, she gave out medicine and she worked in army camps like tents and what we call in Arabic معسكرات الجيش. المعسكرات بتاعت الجيش هي كانت بتساعد الناس المجروحة فيها واللي كانت تعبانة. Okay, these information are about Mary C. Cole. Mary C. Cole, and this is our lesson today, is her biography. Biography means it is the story of someone, the story of someone's life, the story of someone's life that is written by another person. For example, I will write about Muhammad's life. He was born in, he is the student in, he is so and so and so. That's we call a biography, but not the person himself write his biography, but another one or another person who wrote his story life. And our lesson today, it is a biography about Mary C. Cole. Okay, the events in a person's life are told in order. First of all, she was born. Then in 7 years old, she became so and so and so. I can't tell a biography in this order. No, it must be in the events of someone's life must be told in order. Okay, like what? Like Mary C. Cole was born in Jamaica in 1805. This is the beginning of the biography of Mary C. Cole. Okay, the biography tells us about her life. It tells us about her life. Older, she married to Edwin C. Cole in 1936. The biography also tells us how Mary felt or what she thought at different times in her life. What she felt, what she thought, what happened to her, what she is thinking of. Okay, like what? Like Mary was very sad, but she decided to work hard. Okay, this information is about Mary's life. Now listen carefully to this reading this text, and we will explain it. Okay.
Pupils Book, page 112, Unit 11. Helping Other People. Reading. Mary C. Cole, her early life. Mary C. Cole was born in Jamaica in 1805. Her father was a soldier in the British Army. Her mother owned a hotel. Many soldiers from the British Army stayed there. They were often ill with diseases that are found in hot countries. Mary's mother looked after the soldiers and she made medicines for them. When she was a young girl, Mary watched her mother and learned from her. When she was older, she helped her mother to look after the people in the hotel. Sometimes she helped in the British Army hospital too. Working as a nurse. Mary married Edwin Seacole in 1836. Over the next few years, she had many difficulties. The hotel burned down in 1843 and had to be rebuilt. Her husband died in 1844, and her mother died very soon afterwards. Mary was very sad, but she decided to work hard. The hotel was now hers. She continued to nurse sick people, and she became well known. She travelled to Central America and nursed many patients there too. More and more people knew about her work. A war far away. In 1854, Mary heard about a war far away in the south of Russia. British soldiers were fighting Russian soldiers. Many men were dying in battle. They were dying in the hospitals because of germs and diseases. Mary wanted to help. The doctors in Jamaica said that Mary Seacole was a good nurse. They wrote a letter to the British government. Mary took it to London, but the government would not send her to the war. Mary thought that they did not like her brown skin. She thought they wanted only English nurses. Helping wounded soldiers. Mary travelled to the war on her own. She visited the hospital of Florence Nightingale, another famous nurse. Florence Nightingale did not want Mary either. Mary travelled closer to the war. She built her own hotel near to the British Army's camp. She looked after sick and wounded soldiers. She worked hard until the end of the war in 1856. The return to London. Mary returned to London, but she had no money. Many important people knew about her work in the war. There were stories about her in the newspapers. People gave her money. She wrote her autobiography, and she recounted all her travels and adventures. She died in 1881. A heroine at last. People forgot about her for nearly 100 years. Everyone knew about Florence Nightingale, but Mary Seacole's work was not remembered. Recently, that has changed. Now, children learn about her in school. New buildings and universities are named after her. When she faced difficulties in her life, she tried harder. She travelled across the world to help other people. She had little money, and she was not important, but she still helped. Now people think of her as a real heroine.
Okay, let's explain what you heard. Mary Seacole, her early life. Mary Seacole was born in Jamaica in 1805. Her father was a soldier in the British Army. Her mother owned, it is the past of own, to have something, a hotel. Many soldiers from the British Army stayed there. They were often ill with diseases. Diseases means illness. Diseases means illness, okay? That are found in hot countries. Mary's mother looked after. Looked after means take care of the soldiers, and she made medicines for them. Okay? When she was a young girl, Mary watched her mother and learned from her. When she was older, she helped her mother to look after the people in the hotel. Sometimes she helped the British Army hospital too. Okay, the next step of Mary's life is working as a nurse. Notice that we have a biography, we have the event in order, the second step of her, or the second stage of her life is working as a nurse. Mary married Edwin C. Cole in 1836. Over the next few years, she had many difficulties. The hotel burned down in 1843 and had to be rebuilt. The prefix re to redoing, to make something again, like cycle and recycle. We had here rebuilt. Her husband died in 1844 and her mother died very soon afterwards. Afterwards means at a later time. At a later time. Okay? Mary was very sad, but she decided to work hard. The hotel was now hers. She continued to nurse. Nurse is a noun. The person himself, and nurse means helping other people or helping sick people. Nurse as a verb means helping sick people, and she became well known means famous. Well known means famous. She traveled to Central America and nursed many patients there too. More and more people knew about her work. The third stage of her life, a war far away. In 1854, Mary heard about a war far away in the south of Russia. The British soldiers were fighting the Russian soldiers. Many men were dying in a battle. They were dying in the hospitals because of germs and disease. Germ mean it is a tiny creature that can cause diseases, like viruses. Germs like virus. Okay, it is a tiny creature that can cause disease. And wanted to help. The doctors in Jamaica said that Mary C. Cole was a good nurse. They wrote a letter to the British government. Mary took it to London, but the government wouldn't send her to the war. Mary thought it is something in our biography to write about her feelings, to write about her thoughts. Mary thought that they didn't like her brown skin. She was not white, she was brown. She thought they wanted only English nurses. Okay, helping wounded soldiers. Wounded soldiers, wounded means hunt by gunfire or another weapon. Hunt by gunfire or another weapon. Okay, Mary traveled to the war on her own. She visited the hospital of Florence Nightingale, another famous nurse. Florence Nightingale didn't want Mary either. Mary traveled closer to the war. She built her own hotel near the British Army's camp. She looked after sick and wounded soldiers. She worked hard until the end of the war in 1856. Okay? Now the return, another stage in her life, the return to London. Mary returned to London, but she had no money. Many important people knew about her work in the war. There were stories about her in the newspaper. People gave her money. She wrote her autobiography. Okay, autobiography means the autobiography. It means a book about a person's life written by the person that she wrote about herself by herself. It is autobiography, but the biography, it is the story of someone is written by another person, and she recounted to tell or to describe. Recount is to tell or to describe all her travels and adventures. She died in 1881. A heroine. Heroine means the female of hero. Hero is a powerful one or a powerful person. Heroine is a powerful woman. At last, people forget about her. For nearly 100 years, everyone knew about Florence Nightingale, but Mary Seacole's work wasn't remembered. Recently, that changed. That has changed. Now children learn about her in schools. Now buildings in universities are named after her. When she faced difficulties in her life, she tried harder. She traveled across the world to help other people, and she had little money, and she wasn't important, but she still helped. Now people think of her as a real heroine. Okay? The next page, page 114, answer these questions after reading the comprehension. Okay, answer these questions. Question number 1. Where was Mary Seacole born? Where was Mary Seacole born? Okay, I need your notebook. You will write the answer in a fully sentence and not the place. We will write the full sentence. Like what? Where was Mary Seacole born? Your answer will be Mary Seacole was born in Jamaica. Don't write only Jamaica. Okay? Number 2. What happened in 1843? What happened in 1843? The date, you can back to the reading comprehension and find what happened in 1843. She married Edwin Seacole. Okay. Number 3. When did her husband die? When did her husband die? The answer is her husband died in 1844. Her husband died in 1844. Number 4. Where did she travel to after 1844 and nurse patients? Where did she travel to after 1844 and nurse patients? Okay, after 1844, she traveled to Central America. She traveled to Central America. Number 5. What did the doctors in Jamaica say about Mary Seacole? What did the doctors in Jamaica said about Mary Seacole? They said that she was a good nurse. They said that she was a good nurse. Okay. Number 6. Which hospital did Mary Seacole visit? Which hospital did Mary Seacole visit? Okay. The full sentence is Mary Seacole visited Florence Nightingale Hospital. She visited Florence Nightingale Hospital. Number 7. What did she write about in her autobiography? What did she write about in her autobiography? She wrote in her own autobiography about her travels. Number 8. How do people think of Mary Seacole now? How do people think of Mary Seacole now? They thought as she is a real heroine. She is a real heroine. Okay? Think about the answers to these questions. Do you think Mary Seacole was brave? Why and why not? I think she is brave because she helped other patients and wounded soldiers so that she is brave. Number 2. Why do you think people forget about Mary Seacole after she died? Why do you think people forget about Mary Seacole after she died? Okay, number 3. Do you agree that Mary Seacole was a real heroine? Why and why not? I think she is a real heroine because she helped other people. Okay, write the words in the correct list. I have hospital, and I have army, and I have some words in the box like disease, soldier, sick, germ, war, ill, fight, battle, patient, and camp. Again, disease, soldier, sick, germ, war, ill, fight, battle, and patient and camp. We will write the word in the suitable table. Hospital, I think we have disease, sick, germ, ill, and patient. Again, in the hospital table, we will write disease, sick, germ, ill, and patient. In the table of army, we will write soldier, war, fight, battle, and camp. Again, in the table of army, we will write soldier, war, fight, battle, and camp. Okay, your homework will be in your workbook, page 102 and page 103. See you next time. I miss you so much. Goodbye.